This video, I'm going to be playing through Super Mario Bros. 3, the All-Stars version, with soft commentary and rain sound, hopefully helping you get some sleep and relaxation today. Don't worry, there's not going to be any big jump scares, no raging, no nothing. We're just going to sit here, relax, and play through this classic game. Just stop worrying about everything, turn your mind off, and just watch me play through this game that I've basically played through a billion times. That's what I basically aim for when I do these videos, is games that are pretty much easy playthroughs for me. That way there's no real exciting moments, really. Hopefully this helps you relax and sleep. We are going to be doing all of the levels in the game, and I will have timestamps in the description and in the pinned comment in case you want to skip to a particular world. So let's say that you don't like World 1 or you've seen it too many times. You can switch right over to any other world, or even the final boss fight if you want to just see that for some reason. I've got it all laid out for you below. Just choose whatever you want to do. Our main goal in this is to help you relax and take your mind off of whatever's bothering you, or just help you unwind after a rough day. That's the main goal, is to help you. But we're not going to use any warp whistles because they're basically worthless to us. We may pick them up just to pick them up, but we're skipping one in this level because I don't see any point in doing it, really. There's no point in picking it up if we're not going to use it, right? Let me just make absolute, there we go. Just had to make absolutely sure I was recording my voice, because sometimes OBS has little, hiccups. We're starting with our first mushroom house. We're going to be getting a fire flower here and moving on to level 4. If you watched my original Super Mario Bros. 3 playthrough for the NES version that I posted last night, you will know that I am not a fan of auto scrollers. I feel like they are boring and they just last forever. And it's just really difficult to make them interesting, basically. And since I am not a speedrunner and I'm also not a robot that does those tool-assisted things, I can't do the super fancy moves and, duplicating coins and all that other craziness to try to make this more entertaining. So what I'll basically do is, if I know that there's a safe spot, I will fast forward just a little bit on my controller. That way we can get through the auto scrollers a little bit faster. That's a big advantage of turning the audio off with the game, is you don't hear that speed up chaos that comes from it. And I don't hear it either because I have the speakers turned off entirely. Let's move to our first little hard slot machine thing. We're gonna try to go for a mushroom. And we failed, but it's fine. We're going up to the first fortress, which you should know probably by now if you've played through this game. There is a warp whistle here, but we're going to skip it entirely and go the way that I don't think anyone's actually gone in a long time, probably, which is the direct way, not the secret way. Because we just want to see something a little different than normal. I'm not trying to sound like Bob Ross of YouTube, but well, Bob Ross is on YouTube. His archives are anyway. Well, if you want to think of me that way, yeah, sure. The Bob Ross of gaming. Going for the same vibe. The relaxing thing. I've thought about doing more intense and, crazy stuff that, we got that little secret coin ship. I don't know how we did that, but it's some type of secret way. You have to get an exact, I think it's a certain amount of coins and something, I don't know. Or a certain point score or something at the end of a level to get the coin ship. Not sure. I think it's the coin ship. Just gonna skip past all that. There will be a fire flower down there. Well, not a fire flower, but a fire piranha plant. You'll see a lot more of them throughout this playthrough. Going speed past this outro, and Go up here to our first matching game. Got a fire flower and a star, so that's not it. Mushroom and a 10 cent, so we didn't get anything. Fine. We're level 6. And I did insult, well, not insult, but I did say that this game was not as fun as the NES version. And I'm starting to actually believe that I may have been wrong, actually. The thing is, the controls, I think, have been felt a little bit different because I was playing it on a regular hard drive. And once I put all of my emulators on my brand new fancy Samsung SSD, that runs at like 1,000,000,000 miles an hour compared to a hard drive, it seems like all the games in RetroArch actually play a lot smoother control wise. I don't know if that's something I've just, it can't be something I've imagined. That's not going to work. I keep thinking that that's going to work, but it's not going to work. We'll just do it the normal way. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It does feel like the games are a whole lot more responsive than they were on my hard drive. Maybe my hard drive screwed up. I don't know. But I definitely noticed it at first when I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2 that the game was running at the proper speed, or running at a better speed than normal. You know, a lot more consistent for sure. And it also was just smoother, just the controls. Like I felt like I was in a lot more control than normal. So I'm guessing maybe the SSD did a little bit to help. I don't think it. Maybe just moving it over to a faster drive that wasn't as busy doing other tasks, like doing big massive backups to cloud storage and all that was what fixed it. Maybe the drive was able to handle the other tasks that might have been holding back the emulator that I use. But just for legal purposes, I do own all the games I play physically from when I was a kid, so that makes it legal, quote unquote. Plus, capture cards are a pain. They introduce a lot of issues that can come up, so but I only play games that I own in real life on cartridges, so we'll just say that I do back up my own cartridges, and I have like a little ROM thing that I back them up on, just for legal disclosure. But I generally try to stay with games that I'm incredibly familiar with, ones that I've played through at least a dozen times, just to make absolutely sure that there's no surprises. There's none of this having to figure out where do I go and what do I do here and having to look up guides constantly. I try to pick games that are, easy to follow, not super complex where I have to sit here and teach you an entire language just to follow along, That's, I think that's Lemmy or Larry. I'm not sure. Let's get past this little cutscene. Got a P-Wing, and now we're off to World 2. This is the desert world. And I take back what I said, because this is actually controlling quite smooth. I don't know what happened. Maybe it is the hard drive that made it feel like a lot less precise and a lot less easy to play. Maybe I'm just getting more used to these games or something, but he doesn't feel like he's 400 pounds like the other times I've played this game recently. No, I take back what I said, but I don't take back what I said about the music being vastly inferior to the original tracks. I just don't feel like the Super Nintendo sound font did a lot of justice for the NES games that were, well, there really wasn't that many remakes. I mean, one that's notoriously bad for it was Ninja Gaiden. Like, a lot of people really, really hate the Super Nintendo port of Ninja Gaiden. Which, I don't necessarily hate it, but I will agree that the music in that game is pretty busted on the remake. But there are many Super Nintendo games that have music that are some of my favorite pieces of music of all time. You know, Donkey Kong Country, Mega Man X, you know, Mario games even, you know, like Mario World has a few good ones. Now, crazy enough, one of the games that is underappreciated when it comes to soundtrack is Mario's Missing, which was not made by Nintendo, I don't believe. It was an educational game, but it did have really good music, actually. Which is a thing that you see a lot, like bad, quote-unquote bad games with great music. Some people would say Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo is a bad game, but it has some of the best music of all time. Actually, one of my intro song for a long time on live streams was actually the Jurassic Park Super Nintendo interior theme. Got that one. I'm not gonna get that one. Nope. Go back here and get this power up. That fire flower would be useful against this little hammer bro or sock bro, whatever you want to call him. Level 3. There's something up there. It'll be a bit of a pain to get up there, though, unfortunately. Actually, I don't screw this spot up. I did screw that spot up, but I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to accept that. There you go. Let him smash all that up real quick for us. Okay, we got the Angry Sun level next. Sure you all remember this one. I used to actually use the P-Wing on this one, I think, because I always thought it was a little bit difficult, but it's really not. Just had to have some good momentum is all. And he caught me right at the end. Pick a box, its contents will help you. Got another fire flower. I'll take it. Gladly take it. 4. Level 4. I believe you can beat those chain chomps if you have a star, but I'm not exactly sure. I think so, though. Little cheap final catch. I'm just gonna skip that hard thing because I really don't care. I wonder if you could fly over this. I know some people can clip into the wall if they jump at the exact right pixel, and they can skip some levels doing that. And I am not that talented, as you can tell. Oops, I need your shell, buddy. Just need you real quick. Well, I was a little bit too far off screen. That'll work. He's already up there. Come here, buddy. You're supposed to break that block for me. Third time's a charm, right? Hit it. There you go. Third time's a charm. That wasn't a charm at all. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Boomerang Thrower. Go take care of this guy. I will reiterate what I said before, though, that I believe that Mario 3 is vastly superior to Mario World in almost every conceivable way. Levels, layout, worlds, controls, power-ups, fun, unique environments. That's what I think. I think Mario 3 is the best of the 2D ones, really. I think many people agree with me on that too, I'm sure. I think I used to think that that wasn't exactly right, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Hey, we got a little 10-cent. Nope, that's not good. I think there's one right here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're running this little table pretty good. Hey, we're actually running this table pretty good. I know it's cheating. I just want to see what happens when you actually get the entire thing done. Nothing, apparently. Make sure I didn't miss any levels or anything. We've already shown that this, if you break that wall right there, it'll take you over to well, I'll just do it anyway. Take you to a little secret, like a mushroom house, and also a fire breathing little hammer dude. But they just give you a frog thing, and it's not worth it. And the hammer dude, I don't know what he gives you, but it's not worth wasting a hammer on. Hammers are very useful in this game, and there are much better places to use it than that spot. But it's there. I believe it's also a hammer thing of like in the first world, which makes no sense because on the NES version you couldn't save your power-ups and go back to previous worlds unless you did some type of manipulation with the whistle. That I think you could like do the whistle, and I don't think the whistle lets you go back to World 1. I don't know. Maybe that was just an addition to the Mario All-Stars version. I'm pretty sure there is another secret that's in World 1. I think. I have to look it up. Lost my fire flower. Fine. It's fine. Fine. That's Morton, I believe. Come on, Morton. Don't mess with me like that. We're gonna go down to this little quote-unquote secret to get this fire flower real quick because we lost ours on the previous level, but it's fine. It's fine. Not gonna stress over it. You're gonna get hit. I mean, it's natural. You're gonna get hit at some point in these games. What is down here though? Another fire. That's another fire flower. Okay. No. There's actually something down here though, isn't it? Oh, you can't go down there. That's gonna block me. Okay. There's a little thing down there. I don't know if you can get a power up or what down there, but it's fine. You hear that a lot. It's fine. That's me coping with being a terrible gamer. Playing this game for 30 years and still getting hit by stuff. 'Cause I'm so reckless when I play games. See, doing stupid stuff like that. Or that. Smart to just jump in the water with the cheaps, you know? That makes plenty of sense. I don't know why you wouldn't. Why you wouldn't do that. It's good for your health. These are frog suits. Yeah, they're worthless to me. I've always hated the frog suit. I mean, they're okay for like swimming, but like nothing else. So we'll just use them as like sacrificial suits to use to, like, you know, if we. Okay, I will give them this. I like the water being clear in this version. That just makes it a little scarier because you can see Big Bertha in the water. Well, no, it makes it less scary because you can actually see where he is. Or she is. That's the thing. Big Bertha is one of the very few enemies that can insta-kill you, along with lava, and that's it. Don't fall in that water. Big Bertha eats you in one shot. Almost got. Look, I'll show you. I'll just save real quick and let him eat me so you can see. He just gobbles you up in one shot, and you're dead. Did that on purpose. You could actually see his ugly face actually eat me. So you'll see him a couple more times in this game. He came back in the sequel, Mario World, I believe. You're gonna come down here at any point. There you go. Another hammer. He comes back in Mario World, but he doesn't look nothing like that, and you can't hurt him. If I'm not mistaken, he's that spiny, spiky fish or whatever, like in that one level that, you know, where you just gotta run away from him, kinda. Can't remember exactly which level. I think it was on like the top of Donut Mountain or something. Oops, I went in the wrong door. Oh man, I didn't go in the wrong door. I went back into the right door accidentally. Right, boom, boom. Let's speed past that. All right, let's get on with it. Level 4. Lakitu. Yep. Lakitu shows up in this one. I screwed that jump up. You're supposed to do like this, or else you have to go and find the hidden blocks, and that's just eh. There's Lakitu right there. The worst, well, not the worst. The worst is the Hammer Brothers. Easily. But this level, just, see, there's the Big Bertha again. Like I told you, I would see him again. I almost got hit by that jellyfish by accident. obviously. I don't try to get hit on purpose unless I'm trying to demonstrate something cool. I'll tell you if I was trying to do that. There's another Big Bertha. Pretty bland level, not really much to it. Just some tight platforming, well, not platforming, swimming with that that thing. So we got another board to work with. So no. Nope, no good. The bridges are up, so we can't go to that house yet, that mushroom house yet. Another auto scroller. Hey, my favorite. Hold for sarcasm. I was about to say, I have fallen off of that spinny thing before, and I immediately did right there. Nice trick shot. Got a leaf. That's cool. Level 7. Now most of these are pretty fresh in my mind because I literally beat the NES version last night for the video last night. Like all 3 of those games last night that I posted, they were recorded that day. Like I recorded, edited, tossed up same day, back to back. So I was burning the midnight oil, boy. Me and Papa were sitting here right at the end of the night and just getting work done, and she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy that I was working so late. She don't like it. She likes to have the attention on her a lot of times. Well, I mean, she likes to be alone a lot too, but when it's, when she's in here, it's Papa time, not work. Sometimes she gets a little demanding and bossy about it, that she doesn't want me working. She wants me sitting here holding her, which is super sweet, and I love her to death. But she didn't understand that Daddy has to work sometimes. He has projects to work on, like these, hoping that they'll eventually catch on. But if there's no videos, there's nothing to catch on. So you gotta grind it out, baby. You gotta grind it out. That's how you get anywhere, is you grind it out. Whatever it is, you gotta grind it out at first. And then you get some traction, and then you don't have to grind as much. But that's when things get boring and you kind of just get a little nutty because you ain't got nothing to grind on. Oh, no, you don't, Big Bertha. You ain't gonna eat me. You think you're gonna eat me. Nope. Not today. Not today. I'm not on the menu today, sir. All right. Level 9. I remember this one. This one's a little bit of a pain in the butt in spots, but not too bad. hoping that you're asleep by now. Able to relax. That's the whole point of the channel. But if not, you know, hit like and subscribe, and maybe tell a friend about it. You know, somebody that might have insomnia, tell them that I'm doing this now. Maybe. Actually, I don't want to go in there yet. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a roll here. Oh, we got a couple of power-ups out of that. I'll save and continue. Gonna use a hammer this time. We didn't use it in the previous video, because I was gonna show you how to get the raccoon suit early. But this is a good spot to get some early power-ups and boost and all that. You get 3 power-ups by using that one hammer, so it's a worthy trade-off. It's also kind of neat watching Mario freely move around this map. You know, he can go all over the place and just look at stuff. You know, that's just kind of neat. He only does it this one time in the entire game, but I always thought it was neat for him to be able to, you know, sail around the map. Right. He turned into like a little purple dragon thing from the friggin' Mario world. That particular king did. I forgot I ain't got a fire flower. Whoops. Which one is this? Is this Wendy? Yeah. I was right. Wendy, based on Wendy O. Williams, who was a singer in the 80s. I believe she was a singer for a band called the Plasmatics. She was also a solo artist that did an album with the members of Kiss. That was thought of as the Lost Kiss album, but I don't know about that. I think that's a little bit too much of a stretch. But she did get around a lot from what I remember. She was not in that way, not in a bad way, but she was in a lot of different collaborations with people like Kiss and Motorhead and many others. She sadly passed away. I'm not sure exactly how long ago, but I believe she ended herself. Let's just put it that way, and leave it at that, as respectful as possible. But yeah, she was something. She was definitely a very interesting character in that period. It's actually a secret right there, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? Isn't it like you can go up one of these pipes, or I think you might be able to fly up there or something? I can't remember. We'll try to see. Well, get the little leaf. We can try it and see what happens. It wouldn't hurt. We got time. Come on, Johnny. Baseball. There we go. There you go. See? There's something up there. Isn't that neat? A little sky pool to not dance around, to swim around in. With the piranha plant in it. Wonderful. and Big Bertha for some reason, spitting out his little tiny version of himself. And that's it. Very strange. Not sure what the point of that was, but happy to share it with you at least. Hopefully I don't fall right into a pit, and I did. Can't spin your tail underwater, right? So what's the point of this area? Some one-ups maybe? I guess that's the point. Along with being just a unique area, but I don't know how you're supposed to get that block right there, but it's alright. It's alright, it's fine. I fell in the exact same pit in the exact same way. Trying to avoid this stupid fire plant right here. Alright, off to level 2. I have seen this level more times than I've seen Puppa. And I've had Puppa since she was like 11 months old. And she's almost 9 now. I love my Puppa, I really do. She's such a sweet baby. See, I thought she was gonna be a little grouchy today, but cause I had that guy come here to fix some stuff in the house, and he's gonna help me later when he gets the stuff in to fix the stuff we're working on. And I had to pin her up because I didn't want her in the way, and I told him she's not dangerous enough because he went in there to look at a different project that I had going on, and he saw her and was like, you know, I thought she was gonna bark or growl or something, man. She just was staring at us, just whining like, hey, why can't I join in and look at what y'all are doing, kind of thing. It's sweet baby. So she wasn't mean at all. She was just like, hey, what are you two doing? The only time she gets a little grouchy is when she goes to the vet because they mess with her. You know, they give her shots and maybe, I don't know if they jerk her around or what to make her mad, but she just doesn't like them for some reason and never has. She's never liked any vet though. Like from the beginning, she never liked them, but as Puppa gets older, she gets a lot more tolerant of other people. She was never mean. She was always a sweet baby to most people, but she could be a little territorial. But whenever someone comes over, I always pin her up so she doesn't, you know, get in their way or, you know, bother them or whatever. Because I know some people don't like dogs, but I mean, if they went up and talked to her, you know, or wanted to pet her or something, she wouldn't bite them. She just, you know, probably look at them like, hey, who are you, kind of thing. This spot sucks. Okay. Well, she wouldn't bite him, nah. She's a sweet baby. She don't do stuff like that. Bubba might have. Bubba was a little more territorial, and I think a lot of the time Bubba egged her on. Like he would get to barking, and he was a sweet baby too, don't get me wrong, but he would start barking, and then it'll get her wound up, and she would start barking. But she didn't bark at the guy at all today. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, she's really quiet. She was whining. She wasn't trying to bark or get out there and get in the middle of it or protect her daddy or anything. She was just like looking at us whining because she was mad that she was penned up. She hates being penned up. Even though penned up, you think, oh, Johnny, you got a cage for it? No. She was penned up as in there was a fence up, and she had her bedroom, the kitchen, and the dining room all to herself. where she could just walk around and do whatever she wanted in there. And she was only cut off from, like, you know, the hallway in my room. That's all she wasn't cut off at all. Actually ran the table on this thing. I didn't even realize it, but that's good. I decided to just leave that gate up because I was having trouble getting it down. So I was like, you know what? Neither one of us go through this door, or at least I don't. So if I do have to pin her up, it'll be a lot easier just to have this gate, you know, blocking this one doorway I never use. And that way, if I need to pin her up for something, I can just shut her bedroom door, or the laundry room door where she stays, and then I can just leave her in there. You know, but as she's gotten older, she's getting a lot calmer. And she's getting a lot lazier and a lot, you know, a lot cuddlier. Well, she was always cuddly. But she used to have, I think Bubba might have stressed her out a little bit here and there, because Bubba Scooter, he loved that girl, and he would just, you know, smooch on her head and follow her everywhere, and she never had a minute alone or anything, and he loved her, and she loved him, but I think it was more like he loved her with all his little heart, and she loved him, but she tolerated his nonsense kind of thing. And after he passed, of course, I'm sure she mourned it, but she, you know, and I'm still mourning Scooter's passing. That was my baby boy. But Scooter did have a mouth on him. You know, he could make a lot of racket. And when he got wound up, he usually got Puppa wound up too. But since he passed, I don't know if I don't think I've heard her bark at all, except for when she went to the vet the other day. But otherwise, she doesn't bark at all. She just, most of the day, she just lays in her little room and her little bed thing, you know, flopped out. And sometimes I'll go in there and talk to her and, you know, give her treats and all that, and then she'll want to come sit with me for a while, and I'll get her up in my lap and we'll watch TV. And that's pretty much all she does all day now, you know. And I got her off human food entirely. So I got her off human food entirely. The only thing I give her now is chicken. Just maybe a small piece of chicken, not like a lot of chicken, but, you know, just a small piece of chicken just because she sees I'm cooking it. And that's all she gets. She doesn't get any canned food, no canned human food, I mean. Doesn't get no canned human food, doesn't get anything high salt, nothing that could be possibly bad for her. Only thing she eats is her treats. Maybe one little piece of chicken a day that I cook for her, and dog food, that's it. She doesn't eat nothing else. She used to eat a lot more human junk food and stuff when Dad was alive, and she got real big, but I think she's lost about 4 or 5 pounds now because I got her off human food. Because last time I checked her, I think she was 33 pounds last time she went to the doctor. She's a weenie dog. She shouldn't be that big, you know. But did I just override a P-Wing? I think it did override a P-Wing. That sucks. Bro, we're going to have to start using some of these power-ups because... Hold on. Yeah. God. I don't want to save and quit this just to save a P-Wing, do I? I know I need at least 2 P-Wings for this entire playthrough. And I got one. I'm going to use up this music box just to get it out of my inventory. Use up the star. Get that out of my inventory because that just overwrote one of the best power-ups in the game, and I don't want to lose that. And they're really hard to find. I'm going to have to make up some slots because I haven't been using the power-ups that I've been collecting. I'm hoping that I get a P-Wing before that because there's 2 stakes. I'm not meaning to die in the same spot. There's 2 stages and Bowser, well, 3. So I need 3 P-Wings. What is with this jump? I need 3 P-Wings total for this game. And they're all for Bowser's World. There's 3 levels that just suck. Dude, this spot is driving me crazy. There we go. But I need 3 P-Wings to get through this, and if I have to, I'll go and beat World 1 again to, what happens if I go this way? Do I have to use the secret door, or can I just go right here? I can just go right here, okay. That secret door leads to like a really slow, boring section that I didn't want to go to if I didn't have to help, if I could help it. So I need 3 P-Wings before I get to Bowser's World. I overwrote 1 accidentally. I know you basically get them from rather completing a world of those Hammer Bros on the map sometimes give you one. Stupid screen. Not scrolling fast enough. One is it here? I don't know which one is it. It's Larry or Lemmy or whatever. What'd you give me this time? P-Wing, thank you. I need 1 more to get this all set up. So I'm making sure I use my power-ups throughout the game, because last time I played through this in the NES version, I had so many power-ups at the end that I basically didn't end up using a lot of them. But since I know we got finite space now, I need to make sure that we do use them. I'm not accepting that. That's one spot I don't want to go the wrong way on. We had the same problem last time. Get another Tanuki suit here. I think this is the shoe level. Yep. The only level where you can get the shoe. The coolest power-up in Mario 3 is a shoe. You know what Mario World doesn't have? The shoe. But you know what brought the shoe back? Mario Maker. Why? Because the shoe is awesome. Or the boot, as they call. I think they call it the boot. By the way, if I get if I get $400, I will buy the Switch. No, I'm not asking for donations. If they put out Mario Maker 3, I'm definitely getting it for the Switch. and I will play it on this channel. So that's definitely a thing. If they put out Mario Maker 3, I guarantee you I will get a Switch too. I will get a capture card and I will play that game. There's another P-Wing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need that bad. These are frogs. They're just to waste it on this one level over here. We got rid of it good. The frog suit sucks. I always wondered what it was for because it has such terrible mobility, you know, on land. And then, duh, it's actually really good for swimming levels, but there's not a lot of them. Not enough to justify an entire power-up for it. Or maybe there is, I just hate it. I just don't like it. Even then, I think the swimming might still even be bad in the frog suit. To me, the frog suit is the same thing as that pound shell thing that Yoshi could do, you know, where you take a yellow shell and it can make him pound the ground. About as useless as that. Were there thwomps in Mario 2? I mean, Mario 1? I don't think there were. I think it was more fire sticks than anything in Mario 1. I just played through Mario 1 yesterday and today. I would have remembered a thwomp, I think. We go to Sky World. There's actually a way that you could skip this entire level. I forgot how they did it. It was some glitch in the speed runs to do it. Of course, Lakitu would have to show up for the last second cameo there. Of course, he would have to show up too, because, you know, we love him, the fireball guy. Yeah, 38 lives. Raccoon suit, another one. Nice. Music box. Let's just use that because that's just wasting a slot, honestly. If you had to pick this level or level 6, I believe it is, that we're also going to do, I'd pick this one all day. The level after this one kind of sucks. This might as well be an auto-scroller. This is level 6. Yeah, well, it is an auto-scroller. It's not like an auto-scroller, it is an auto-scroller. And it sucks, like all the other auto-scrollers. think that's why they got rid of most of them in Mario World, even though I think they still brought them back. The reason almost no ROM hacks use auto-scrollers. that was that was that was pretty terrible. Not gonna lie, that was pretty terrible. But if you have a request that you want to drop in the comments, I'd appreciate it, because I'm basically burning through games as fast as I can, and I'm always looking for something new to play on the channel. So right now I'm kind of on the I need to fill this channel up as fast as possible phase, because, you know, the algorithm needs data, and how do you give it data? By giving it lots and lots of videos. Nice double KO there. Well, I knocked him out and he took away my power, so that's fine. Another auto-scroller. Wonderful. What would I ever do without auto-scrollers? I mean, I get that it was the thing of the day, auto-scrollers, because it's more drama, but they're annoying because if you die on one, you have to do it all over again, and you can't speed it up. Black 2 is happy to show up at every exit, isn't he? Here we go again. Here we go again on my own. Here I go again, I know, but I said here we go. I'm changing it. You know, don't want to get copyright striked by White Lizard. You know, that band White Lizard. White Anaconda. Bro, I'm getting completely nailed here. That's a bad word to use for this, but I was getting completely, well, railed to be even worse. All right, Roy. All right, Roy, round 2. Dude, let me up. What? Bruh. 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 I jumped on you. Even though I think you're the coolest Koopa. Just saying, I think he's the coolest looking one. Roy Koopa. Little cloud thing where we can skip levels, but we're not going to use it. We're going to use it just to skip this level, then go right back into it to free the slot up, because we're not going to skip levels in this video. And that exact spot I have died on many times. I don't remember, did they blow the little things up in the air like that in the NES version? I don't think so. I'm back at Roy for some reason. Because I've saved in that exact spot like an idiot. Speed past this again. Make sure, yeah, let's act like that didn't happen. there any more of those little clouds I need to use up? It's not like I look for them or ask for them. They just show up. Like a lot of things in life. I didn't ask for those bills. I didn't ask for that crazy ex-girlfriend. Just showed up. You know? They just show up. You can't do nothing about it. You're just stuck with it. You're stuck with bills, stuck with crazy exes. Hopefully they eventually bug off, though. A lot of them don't. You know, let's waste our time with that stupid music box thing as well. And I'm just trying to make sure we don't get any useful power-ups that, you know, get blocked again or get overwritten because of some stupid power-up like before. That'll work. You know, I used to think that I would hate that song "Here I Go Again" by Whitesnake, but I actually really like it. Like, cause it was so overplayed in like commercials and stuff. But like, I legit like it when I listen to it. It's actually a really good song. And I didn't know legit did not know that David Coverdale, the singer for Whitesnake, was actually one of the singers in Deep Purple. Had no idea until I heard Burn, and then I was like, wait a minute, that is David Coverdale, isn't it? And I loved Burn. I didn't know it was him. I didn't look that hard into it. But Burn was one of my favorite songs by them, and you know, once I started listening to the Purple more, I realized, wait, that's not Ian Gillan. I know Glenn Hughes also sang some of the Deep Purple stuff. I don't think he was ever the lead singer, though, was he? I don't think so. I think he did like backup vocals a lot. And I like Glenn Hughes. I think he's great. I really do. I like Roger Glover too. He was bass player in Rainbow. I think he might have been a was he a bass player in Deep Purple? Can't remember. I know he was in a bunch of stuff though. All those bands, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Rainbow, Queen, all of them are related to each other in one way or another. You know, they've all kind of crossed paths here and there. Like, I think Brian May from Queen did some work on a Black Sabbath album once. Like one of the later Black Sabbath albums in the 80s that no one bought because Sharon Osbourne sucks. You can quote me on that. Now she's got on Ozempic and she has Ozempic face and looks ridiculous. Looks like something out of a horror show. It's pretty bad when Ozzy is the best looking thing in that family. When everybody else looks all screwed up, at least Ozzy still looks like Ozzy. I hope he gets better. I really do. Ozzy's having trouble. I feel like Ozzy and Ronnie Dio had the same problem. Is they were both in the 80s. They hated each other for one, but that's not what I was going to get at. But they do hate each other. Dead, but Dio's gone. Rest in peace, buddy. But both of them ended up marrying very domineering women that became their managers. And both of those women screwed a lot of people over. Like Wendy Dio screwed a lot of people over, like well, Vivian Campbell. That's why he left for Def Leppard. Because because Ronnie was like, oh, well, he just didn't like the way things were working out. It's like, no, because you said you were going to pay him and you didn't. I would have left too. You know, you give me nothing except for, a shout out on stage where I'm already there, and you screw me out of my paycheck. Like really. And I've heard throughout the years that Yngwie is just as bad when it comes to that, about not paying people. Like, I've heard, like, multiple people have come out and said that he didn't pay us on the road, or he would try to shaft us one way or another, or wouldn't pay us on it was always payment issues with him while he's driving Ferraris and wearing Rolexes and having his hot Turkish wife. It was like a supermodel at some point, That's what you see with a lot of those rich people. They they'll, like the stars, they'll get all rich and then they'll shaft everybody around them. I mean, Vivian Campbell was just as important as Dio, and promising the moon, it didn't work. And funny thing is, Jakey Lee from Ozzy got the same treatment. Thought he was going to make some money with Ozzy, and Sharon ended up shafting him, and then they kind of surprised Pikachu when he decided he wasn't going to do it, or he wasn't going to go along. And then they fired him because he wouldn't, go along with the screw job. And, I think Ozzy was just so chemically screwed up at that point, he probably didn't know or didn't care. And neither one of them would stand up to their wife. So Ronnie wouldn't stand up to his wife, as awesome and, metal wizard as he was. He wouldn't stand up to his wife to help his bandmates, which showed a lot of his character. And same thing with Ozzy, when Jakey Lee and a lot of others got screwed out of money, and, all because their wife was the manager and, didn't care, didn't respect them, thought, oh, my husband's the star, so you don't really matter. You're a hired gun. Person who wrote the hit songs. Yeah, the music business just sucks, bro. That's just how it is. Let's restart this level because we lost our tail power up, which we needed to finish it. We lost it in the exact same way that we did it before. Are you serious? Bruh. Are you serious? I hate these little dudes. I really do. You are such a pain. That's how you get past that, by the way. You gotta take a shell and fly straight up, and then you just kick it into those guys to break the blocks. So if you ever wondered how to get this mushroom house, that's how you do it. Another Hammer Bros suit, nice. Those will come in useful later. Guess what, everybody? It's Johnny's favorite. Whoops. Johnny's favorite thing. Auto scroller. And a very difficult one at that, because of this little butthole right here. Who will come back, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Oop. Nope. I remember this one. This is Ice Castle. Ice Fortress. My God, bro. That was close. It's very close. I thought I was going to just take one hit and I could just past him. Fine. I'll take two. I'll take all three. No mustard or onions, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Small fries and a Diet Coke. You know what? I hate these little block throwing dudes. Get on my nerves. Is that H that the AVGN said stood for a bad word we can't say on YouTube? In the Mario 3 episode he did. Where he basically tried to say, well, it was a joke obviously, but he was saying, you know, oh, Mario 3, it stands for devil stuff, you know, demons and stuff. Then like you had like, you know, Satan come out of the cartridge or whatever. And then he had the Super Mecha Death Christ come and save the day. I miss old AVGN. I do. I think his new stuff is okay. There's a couple episodes that really disappointed me though. Like his Immortal episode. Oh my God. Oh God. We're never going to get a remake or a better version of that. But that's what makes me sad is one of his easily worst episodes was on a game that I've been just praying that well, not praying, but hoping, you know, deeply hoping he would eventually cover, which was the Immortal on NES. And he just did a very bad video on it. This blooper is getting on my nerves because he's in my way and I need to go right there. How do I get out of this again? Is it up there? Yeah, something to do with up there. I did it in the last part. Oh my God, seriously bro, just right into its face. Its face, and not my face. Don't get dirty mind. There it goes. That's how you get out of that level. We need to use the Tanuki suit at some point. We haven't yet, so we've already lost it. Imagine that. You again. I'll probably be able to finish this game today. I don't know if I'm going to finish in this exact sitting, but hope I do. I lost it anyway. Oh well. One of them threw a block and knocked the other one out. That's pretty good. I like it. I'll take it. That was very good. Love seeing that. But even if we don't like Sharon Osbourne for what she's done over time, I still like Ozzy and I still respect him because he's Ozzy. Come on, man. You know? He's always been the mush mouth screw up, you know? But he's great. He's like, you know, the man who started metal. Well, one of them. He's gonna have wings, ain't he? Yep. Well, don't get hit by Boom Boom. A lot faster this time than normal. Go ahead and... How many P-Wings do we got? We got 1, 2, 3. I need to make sure we don't lose any of them, so... I'm gonna use a mushroom, and then I'm gonna use another Tanuki suit, because why not? It's just, you know, just adds the statue ability, but it also looks neat with Mario being like a, you know, a raccoon. And that just makes you invisible for a bit there, but not super useful. I mean, it's cool. It's iconic for sure. There's been better power-ups over time, I think. I'm not gonna, whoop, didn't mean to do that. Go. And on to World 7. Then we got another P-Wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're not going to waste them because I actually don't have any reason to use them in this particular world. But I will take a Hammer Bros suit because why not? I want one for the final level, but we might as well use one here. Just for the fun of it. This is a little suit that I wish would have come back in other games, but this is one big reason I think Mario 3 is far superior to Mario World is the fact that it just Hammerilla suit, Tanuki suit, you know, so many really epic power-ups and levels and the designs and, you know, Mario World was just kind of bland in a lot of ways. And I still feel like Mario 3 is just a lot, you know, more diverse and fun and challenging and You know, Mario World had more secrets, sure. I'll give it that. Had more secrets, had maybe a, well, that's it. It had secrets, and it had Yoshi, and that's probably about it. I just think the ROM hacks that came out after Mario World just completely just wrecked Mario World Vanilla. Sort of like how, you know, Minecraft mods made Minecraft nearly, you know, obsolete or not even as fun as this, you know, vanilla version. Like Mario World's a great base to make other great games. Make sure we save while we're here. I'll do a quick check to make sure I'm still okay. Good. Just had to make sure my microphone was still on because sometimes, you know, you have weird microphone things where it'll stop recording out of nowhere for no reason, and just yeah, that's always fun. Whoops! I did not mean to go down this pipe. If I had that tail, I wouldn't have to do this part right here. But we don't. Ain't got it. But I'm not going to trade it for my hammer suit, obviously. And I was thinking, oh, what if I kept the hammer suit to the end of the game, which I just lost it right there, so that's definitely not a possibility. No, because I still got to use the P-Wing on a couple of levels. So that's a no. I think we're making pretty good time. We're doing all the levels, and I'm, you know, a little bit over, you know, an hour and 20 minutes in. I think that's not bad, especially for someone that's not a speedrunner. And who dies all the time trying to do stupid speedrunner things. You know? But, hey man. It is what it is. Ain't that right? That's right. That is right. That's right. Exactly. 100%. Just, you don't even gotta know what I'm talking about. Just say, that's right. That's right. That's right. Whatever it is, that's right. Uh-huh. I hear you. Oh yeah. I hear you, man. So laid back. You know what's the crazy thing? This is what I'm like in real life. I'm not acting. I'm not very bombastic in person. I'm very laid back and very I wouldn't say soft spoken, but I am soft spoken to an extent. I mean, I can get loud, obviously, but you know, most of the time I'm just very soft spoken and kind of laid back like I am in these videos. Where it's no real pressure, no real big hubbub. Sometimes I get mad at stuff, but whatever. You know, and Dad was the same way. He was, you know, never got too loud or too angry. Well, until he got mad, obviously. But otherwise, he was just real laid back and chill, man, until something made him mad. And towards the end, a lot of things made him mad. Mainly two of my siblings who, well, and even me to an extent, I won't blame it all on them, but we all kind of drove him a little bit crazy towards the end. I think everybody just kind of didn't get along, and he wanted to keep it all together, and it wasn't working. So I love the man, but he stone cold stubborn, just like me. I am my father's son, and the older I get, the more the older I get, the more I turn into that man. Gerald Faulkner had a lot of bullhead in him, that's for sure. So did his mother. Well, Granny was his mother, Granny. Him and Granny were both bullheaded as could be. Couldn't tell him nothing. Same thing. I'm the same way my sister is too. She about as bullheaded as anybody. You know, my sister don't listen to nobody. She surely don't listen to me. I've tried to talk to her. I've tried to knock some sense into her head. Not like domestic violence. You know what I mean? Try to talk to her. But she don't listen to me. She ain't got no sense. I love her though. I do. I shouldn't, but I do. I don't know if she loves me. You know, if she genuinely does. Sometimes I don't think she does, but you know, if she needed me, I'd be there, of course. Only got one, so I think she's a good woman. She means well, that's for sure. She's just all mixed up is all. That's probably a southern phrase. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, have you? All mixed up. Well, if you don't know the southern phrase all mixed up, it just means someone's in a bunch of BS they shouldn't be in. You know, that are screwed up situations that they put themselves in. I don't know if that's a southern phrase or not, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone else except for people near me say somebody's all mixed up. I love her though. God bless her. I love that woman, but she don't listen to me no way, no how. Even though I mean, she knows I mean well, but her and Dad both stubborn and bullheaded and didn't never listen to nothing I would tell them. You know, I could be 100%. You know what? This is the level that I thought was in the okay. You know what? I think maybe I might be going crazy here, but I don't think this level was in the original. And I played it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was. I remember this level from the original. There was just a level that I know exists, but I did not see it last night when I did Mario 3, and I don't know why. And it bothered me. I'm starting to think it might be only in this version. There's another P-Wing that I can use. Good. I don't know how to get to that mushroom over there, so that's fine. I don't need any more power-ups. I already got too many. Let's use a fire flower. If you ever listen to this, I tell you what, I love you. You're bullheaded, you're stubborn, and you do a lot of stupid things that aggravate me, but I love you. Just want you to know that. I do. How do I get the feather again? Leaf, whatever. Well, don't do it that way. think you go on this pipe. You get the Tanuki suit, then you get the thing to go fly back up. But some folks just ain't right. Can't do nothing to help them. That's just how they are. I think that's another southern phrase. That's just how they are. Like that's Joe. You know. This is. No, that's Joe. That's just how he is. Now, everybody has that sort of person that's just kind of a screw up and just never has it together, and they just say, that's Johnny. That's just how he is. That's just he's just how he is. There you go. That's the phrase. You know how he is. You know how it goes. There's a spot. Yeah, you know how that goes. You know how them people are. You know they want no good. Ain't nothing but trouble. There needs to be a channel just called Redneck Wisdom. I think that's pretty much what was it, Dry Creek Ranger School? I think that's pretty much what it is. That's Redneck Wisdom right there. I like him. I like him a lot. I don't know what his name is, but he has a deep voice. Good God, I wish my voice was that deep. Like morning. He's always smoking a cigar, and his cowboy hat and his tight jeans. Guy seems like the chillest guy ever. Dry Creek Ranger School, baby. Oh yeah. Now, this is the level I was thinking of. Did we do this one in the paper press? I think we did. I think this is the one where I just kept getting hit over and over, but yep. I think this one has a stupid pipe you're supposed to go up or something. That ain't it, is it? Nope. There it is. So it was the same level, but I just thought you were supposed to go up a stupid pipe to get out. But there's that level that I thought I was missing yet last time then. Might as well use them while we got them. You know, I actually looked it up. It's actually kind of a little interesting fun fact, if you didn't know, that was a thing I could never do again. That right there, getting between them fireballs. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm almost positive that the southern accent that y'all know and love that I have actually originates from a mixture of English, like English settler, and black people, and African slaves. And I never thought about it, but I'm just like, a lot of it kind of is, like if you think about it, black folks around here, at least, they do kind of have Southern accents too. It's not quite as thick as like a white guy's Southern accent, but you can definitely tell that they're Southern when you listen to them. But I didn't know that. I didn't think about that a lot of their accents and their sort of vocabulary and way they pronounce things is how we ended up pronouncing it. So it's like a mixture of the white European sort of accent of the time mixed with African American, which I think is kind of neat. I don't know. I just think it's kind of neat that our Southern drawl and all that comes from actually a mix of white and black folks. Contrary to popular belief, we actually get along pretty good. White and black folks around here, I mean, in Virginia at least. I don't know about Carolina. Well, Carolina, we got along fine too. But it's nowhere near what people think, where it's like, oh, everybody's racist and hates each other down here. No, not really. As long as you act like you got some sense, people are pretty relaxed about it. Either way, I don't know if that's how it is out west, but we're up north. Because I've never really been too far up north. The furthest I went up north was Maryland, so it's not really exactly New York, so you know what I mean. I just know that we pretty much all have a combined hate, us Southern folks in Virginia. We pretty much have a combined hatred for Northern Virginia. Oh, that cracked me up. I saw that the other day. It was a post about someone moving to Bristol, which is over there near it's basically as far west of Virginia you can go before you hit Tennessee. And someone was like, just don't tell them you're from Northern Virginia when you go down there. It's just like, and as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't tell them. Don't do it. It's because, I'll tell you what it is. It's because people in Northern Virginia, not all, but a lot of Northern Virginia people are really yuppie, sort of very rich, very liberal, very sort of like the San Francisco, like what you think of when you think about San Francisco, like very champagne socialist and very kind of uppity and judgmental, and they just don't like us at all. And they'll come down here and complain about, well, I can't get what I used to be able to get up there in Loudoun County or whatever, And they just want to, mouth off a lot. Like, the thing is, a lot of it's because they think they're better than us. And I mean, they think they got more money than us, but I guarantee you a tobacco farmer around here probably got more money than they'll ever make up there. Or the trucking company owners down here, I'm pretty sure they have a lot more money than those folks ever will. People forget that. A lot of people around here, a lot of families got old money, and, we ain't all broke trailer park types. A lot of folks got old money, and, they plantation, I don't know about plantation, but, farm owners that harvest tobacco, and is a big thing, a huge thing around here, really. Tobacco and corn are probably the biggest two that I can tell you right off, and a lot of meat, farms like cows and chickens and all that around here. A lot of trucking company people. So it's just a different world entirely, man. It's just, I mean, I like Northern Virginia. I just, but they think, they look at me like I'm an alien when I went up there. It's kind of funny. They just thought, where are you from? I'm just like, what? What do you mean, where am I from? I'm from Virginia. Same place we are right now. Like, they looked at me like I was an alien or something because of my accent. They really did. They were like, where are you from? What are you doing all the way up here? I had to come up here and do some work. It was fine. I didn't get offended by it. I didn't get offended or anything, but it was just kind of weird. It's like, where are you from? It's like, we're from the same state. Even though I asked the guy today that was coming to help me with some house stuff because we got some projects that I needed a contractor for, and I was like, where are you from, man? He's like, I'm from like 10 minutes up the road. I'm like, I didn't know that you existed, actually. Well, actually, I knew he did because I just saw his listing on Google. It was a different thing entirely. It had some warranty work. And it happened to be that he had just opened up and he had done some, been doing warranty work for different companies and stuff. And I was just like, that's crazy. You know? The guy that I thought was going to be coming from 4 hours away lives about 10 minutes down the road between here and the next town over. And I go down that road all the time to go to that other town, like almost like at least a couple times a week. I'll probably pass his house. And I never even knew that he was around. So that's crazy. I think I don't know if he's new around here or what, but he just started a little furniture repair thing. Cause I got some furniture that needs to be fixed. Stuff Dad left behind, stuff that just got broke over time, and I want to get it all fixed up so I can have a nice house and not have to spend an arm and a leg, buying new stuff, because furniture expensive, man. That stuff is high. My recliner alone was $1,200. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to furnish a house at all. My recliner alone, like I said, $1,200. And it's a good chair, but it's already, like, the frame is the mechanism's already screwed up. We got to get it replaced. It got bent somewhere up under there. And it's made the whole thing go out of whack. But he said he can, the furniture store might send him the mechanism, and then we can just fix it real quick. And he'll fix it and they pay for it. But I was like, well, man, if you're right there down the road, I got some other stuff you can work on. I don't mind, paying you, of course. I ain't got no problem paying you nothing, paying you whatever you need to, within reason. I ain't somebody that's trying to get free work, that's for sure. But, I was like, man, whatever you need, man, just let me know. Just give me a price and I'll consider it. That's the best I can do. And just consider whatever you give me, and hopefully we can get some stuff done around here. I surely don't mind paying good money if it's good work. If your work is good, I don't mind paying a little extra, man. Always make sure to tip extra to the delivery workers, because they're the ones that have to go out there in Walmart and deal with the customers and customer service and all that other headache that I dealt with yesterday that I'm not thrilled about dealing with. So I'm more than happy to pay them, 15, even 20% of the bill just to go do it for me. Think about it, it's not, 20% ain't really much at all if you think about it. If I go get a $200 cart, that's $20 to get them to do that for me. That's nothing. You know, for that amount of work they would be having to do. I mean, kind of a joke that they don't pay them more than they do. I don't think they pay them that much. Them Instacart and Walmart Plus people. Spark or whatever they call them. I don't think they pay them enough. Nobody gets paid enough. I don't get paid enough to do this. I get paid like 20 cents a video. I'm just joking. I don't know what I make on this. I don't really care anymore. It's alright. If I need money, I'll go get a job. Alright, P-Wing number 1. This is a good time for donations. That's just a reference to the speedrun marathons. Whenever you have like an auto scroller, something that's really boring, it's just like, yeah, now's a good time for donations. Because this level just sucks. I just get to sit here and just tap the B button over and over until it's over. That's what I was saving them up for, was this level and the next 2, which all kind of suck. A good way to end the game is just P level, because about half of them are auto scrollers anyway. Come on, Boom Boom, let's have some fun. You got wings, I got my tail, boy. Let's go. Final stretch. Dark World time. Go right over this world that sucks. This level that sucks. I saved the best for last, didn't you know? Fly right over this pain in the butt level. Another P-Wing. To fly over this awful desert level that I can't stand. I don't know, it doesn't look like it would have been too bad, but I ain't gonna risk going down there to see what it would have been. I don't care. I just want to get through this level. You'll get a song playing in your head just once in a while. Right now, for some reason, I get run to me by the Bee Gees. I ain't gonna sing it because I don't want no copyright strike by even uttering the lyrics. I'm pretty sure this is one where you don't use a P at all. Yeah, because wouldn't do you no good. Because what are you gonna? Oh, this is the maze one, right? I remember this. I remember the solution. It's not that hard. Not that hard of a solution, that is. Just gotta know where to go. Whoops. I fell in the lava. No good. Almost positive it's this door, but I'm not 100% sure. Might be this door. I think this is the door. Right, this is the door. Don't rush too much. Come on, Thwomp. There's another P switch right here. You want to go on this one. Then wait for it to start up again so it'll move you to Boom Boom. That's the maze level. Not too bad, was it? All right, we're off to Bowser's Castle. Got one level left. Might as well use the P-Wing on it. See, we're still left up on a bunch of power-ups, so enjoy this spam and B section right here. I would just speed it up, but I can't smash B fast enough, and I'll probably fall down and lose my P-Wing if I tried. I'm not going to attempt it. I'm just going to let it roll. Look at all that chaos down there if you didn't save your P-Wings. All that foolishness down there. Then after this one, it is Bowser's Castle. And then it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you like and subscribe. And this is the end of the video. No, it's not. Just joking. We're going to finish. I'm just messing with you. No, we're going to finish this. Hopefully you didn't click off thinking, oh, well, Johnny's done. Oh, well, I don't care about Bowser. Well, you got to remember, I'm going to show you a cool trick at the very end. Definitely stay for that. All right. Here we go. Last castle. Bowser's Castle is not terribly difficult. It has a few annoying spots. I'll give it that. Like, this spot's pretty annoying because you have to jump exactly right to get on top of the things, but otherwise, it's not too terribly bad. There's one spot that I think is kind of dumb. Like, make sure you do not miss this little elevator, otherwise you will waste a ton of time on a pointless area. It has no point at all. I can't accept that. Can't accept that because if I do, then we're gonna lose the cool ending I want to do. Gotta find where I can. If you follow the little balls right there, I'll tell you which one goes over. There we go. We got it. This part's kind of rough. Just a little bit. Got it. Here it comes. There's the flames from Bowser breathing fire at us. And we're almost at the final boss. And we are at the final boss room. And that's it. Bowser's dead. If you bring, like, seriously, if you bring the Hammer Bros suit, he dies in like 4 hammers. You can also get him with the fire flower too if you just really spam it. I don't know how many fire flowers it takes. It takes a lot, I think. But we just have to wait. And then that's the end of the game. Here's your ending. Princess Toadstool all alone. The lights come in from there. The sun is shining. And the lava world, you know, that you go to if you're a bad person for some reason. But fine, the skies have apparently come out, you know. The sun is up there not being so angry anymore. Thank you, but our princess is in another castle. Just kidding. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. Please come back to see me again. Hope that you have got lots of sleep and rest from this. If you did, good. All right. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.